Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. So your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, pretty baby, don't you cry. Thank you. So, hello, my name is Antonio Pontarelli, and if you hadn't guessed, I'm a violinist. So, I was asked to share a little anecdote, and just from my life that I feel kind of changed my perspective on life. So, when I was 11 years old, my 44-year-old dad went to the hospital because he had a spider bite on his calf, and he was suffering from flu symptoms. So they drew his blood, and they gave us the results, which were a little more than we were expecting. It was acute myeloid leukemia and spinal meningitis. And it's pretty amazing how quickly 1 week you can have a dad who has full hair, he has a big pot belly. Then the next week he's in the hospital bed with his head shaved in the ICU, where he'd spend the next 6 months out of the next year. And what's interesting is that at that time, I was surrounded by family who were very, very helpful, very supportive, very positive. And at the same time, I was going up there every day and playing my violin for my dad. And there's some people out there who would say that perhaps there's some connection between music and health. There's some connection between being able to play music for people and see a reaction in their outcome. And that's not really my expertise, but on some level I'd agree. Happier patients, healthier patients, makes sense. But that's not really my area of expertise. So what it did do for me, though, is it made it so that I was keeping busy doing something positive, doing something that made me happy, made my dad happy, made my family happy. And at the time, I didn't realize, or I didn't really feel concerned when the oncologist said he had a 10% chance, that it was very possible that my dad was not going to make it. And when I think about 11-year-old me, and the fact I wasn't concerned, and then I think about 24-year-old me, the fact that I'd be absolutely scared, I wonder, what's the difference? Why is it that way? I think it's because I was a little wiser back then. It's because what could an 11-year-old do to help his father out? What can any of us do if we're not a doctor, to help people out when they're sick or when unforeseen things happen? The answer is we do what we can do. In my case, it's playing music. In the case of my parents, it was showing up and supporting my dad. In our case, we were very, very lucky in that he was able to beat his cancer. But that doesn't always happen. But I don't think it's the same or it's necessarily bad, in terms of if you still have that same mentality. If you always focus on doing what you can, regardless of the circumstances, things will always work out for the best. And I'd like to leave with a quote by the Dalai Lama. He said that if a problem is fixable, if a situation is thus that we can do something about it, then there's no need to worry. If a situation is not fixable, if there's nothing we can do about it, then there's no help in worrying. Either way, there's no benefit in worrying. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for all the other presenters. You guys are amazing. Thank you.